Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Brought to you today in association with OneFootball, the excellent football app. Was on it today. I'm on it every day when I'm checking out some of the stories. This story here about the expiring Sanchez and Ozil contracts not being ideal from Wenger. I'm going to come to that in 1 second, but that's all over the app today. Listen, first of all, let me just talk about yesterday, the Emirates Cup. That was kind of embarrassing for me that we won that trophy. Sevilla won 2 games. We only won 1 game. All right, we won it by 5 goals. But they need to make a change on that. The team that win both games is supposed to win the tournament. So you could see the players, they seemed very embarrassed to be holding up that trophy at the end. And it was a very poor performance by Arsenal. Defensively, really, really poor. I don't know what's been going on pre-season defensively. The defenders that we think will start the games ain't even been playing. El Neni there and people like that and Maitland-Niles. I don't know what's been going on. It's not even going to be the defence that probably starts the first game. So it's been really baffling to me. But it was great to see our new signing, Lacazette, get on the score sheet. That's what we bought him for. We bought him for goals. I heard somebody saying, it's a tap-in. It doesn't matter, it's a goal. What, you wouldn't even miss the tap-in? Brilliant that he got off and that's 2 goals for him already. And I think this guy is going to be a hit at Arsenal. I like his movement. I like his pace around the box. That guy in behind could be a really important signing for Arsenal. But just going back to what I was talking about at the start, I was looking on this OneFootball app earlier about the expiring Sanchez and Ozil contracts are ideal, claims Wenger. Now, this is all about Arsene Wenger when asked in a press conference yesterday after the game about the contract situation with Mesut Ozil, with Alexis Sanchez, as we all know, with Oxlade-Chamberlain, who was probably the man of the match yesterday. He was brilliant yesterday. He was asked about their contracts. None of those have been resolved yet. And his quotes were, it's an ideal situation because everybody has to perform. And I have to say, I have utmost respect for Arsene Wenger, but it's one of the most stupidest things I've ever heard him say. I mean, I tried to dig down deeper in it and explore exactly what he said, because you always want to take things in context. So if you go on, he goes on to say that I think in the future, to me, you will see that more and more players are going to end their contracts because the transfers become so high, even for normal players, that you will see more and more players going to the end of their contract because nobody will want to pay the amount of money that is demanded. And I'm convinced that in the next 10 years, that will become usual. Now, I kind of agree with him on that. What's happening at the moment for footballers, the contracts are, the fees and transfer fees are so big. It's within the interests of a player like Ozil or Sanchez to make it run down. They can get, if they move on for nothing, and they can get big signing on fees, or if they stay at the club, they can kind of hold them to giving them mega wages. It will happen more and more. But the fact of the matter is that Arsene Wenger and the board at Arsenal have allowed 3 of our best, you should actually say at the moment, our 3 best players, Sanchez, Ozil and Oxlade-Chamberlain, all 3 of them in the last year of their contract. That hasn't happened at Tottenham. That hasn't happened at Liverpool. That hasn't happened at Manchester United. That hasn't happened at Manchester City. That hasn't happened at Chelsea. It's disgraceful. I'm sorry. Don't try and cover it over with these things. It's ideal because they're going to perform. If any of those players throw the toys out of the pram because they don't get a move, they'll refuse to perform. We've seen it at the moment with Virgil van Dijk over there at Southampton, where he's refusing to play at the moment. Is that guy going to come back and put his all in? I look at the examples of Borussia Dortmund, where they held Max Hummels, and they also held, other players in the past to their contracts, made them stick to it. And what's happened? In that last year, they haven't got the best out of them. Lewandowski as well. At Dortmund before he moved to Bayern Munich. So, You don't let a top player get down into the last year of his contract. I don't see it at Barcelona. I don't see it at Real Madrid. These are excuses. And I was really upset about that. These are the things that wind fans up about Arsene Wenger, where they get upset with him. And, you know, I was hoping that he's going to turn over a new leaf. And with situations like this, don't make excuses. Just try and get it done, you know? But we've got this situation of our own making now, and honestly, to hear stuff like that was absolutely ridiculous. Now, Thomas Lemar, is he coming? Is he not coming? It's the same old story every day. But Lemar did play yesterday for Monaco in their defeat against PSG. And L10 Sport claiming today that Arsenal now not the only team trying to get Thomas Lemar. They're claiming that Liverpool are also in the hunt for Lemar as well. Should they lose Coutinho, Coutinho may end up at Barcelona, especially if Barcelona sell Neymar. This could be this sort of domino effect where they go for Coutinho. And if they lose Coutinho, what L10 Sport are saying is that then Liverpool, who've got Champions League football, remember, will try and get Thomas Lemar. I think there's a lot of speculation going on here without any sort of hardcore evidence, a matter of putting 2 and 2 together. But Lemar, still Arsenal, still chasing him. It would be a great deal for Arsenal to get done. Will he be a replacement for Alexis is what everybody's asking, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. Mesut Ozil today being linked with a move to Barcelona, of all places, right? We know that he was previously a Real Madrid player, being linked again with a move to Barcelona. I think, again, another speculative claim here. They're saying that Barcelona will move for him if they lose Neymar, and they'll put in a £52 million bid if they fail to also get Coutinho. Ozil's the guy they'll go for because they know he's only got a year left on his contract. All right, and that's according to Don Ballon over there in Spain. And finally, Kieran Gibbs, definitely going to be moving from the club. He didn't feature in any of the pre-season friendlies. They're obviously trying to make sure that he doesn't get injured. Watford have emerged as the new favourites to sign Kieran Gibbs. Gibbs definitely on his way out. Lots of players, as we know, are going to be on their way out. But will it be one of those main three, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Ozil or Alexis? It's not ideal, Arsene Wenger. It's a disaster at the moment. We need to fix it. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to leave your comments. Don't forget you can download the One Football app. It's One Love because it's a great app. The One Football app, the description is below. And don't forget to support me on my March for Men, Robbie's March for Men. The Just Giving page is in the link below. We're walking for Prostate Cancer UK charity. Want to raise as much money as possible. I'm going to be walking around all the Premier League clubs in London. And thank you very much to everybody I saw over the weekend at the Emirates. Lots of people giving me a lot of support there, and I'm really, really grateful. I'm actually going to go and do some practicing after I finish the show today. So thanks for watching the show today, and we'll be back tomorrow.